Nation, what's good? Today we're going to be breaking down the Illinois Fighting Illini playbook, and this playbook is completely balanced and loaded with a bunch of things to get your offense moving. You're going to have a bunch of single back stuff to get your run game going, and then in our passing game, you're going to have bunch halfback strong, which is one of the best passing formations in the game. You have bunch wide to complement that. You have normal Y off close, empty quads, then you have empty trio, and then you also have some spread stuff and some other trip sets. So you literally have the best formations available to you from these 2x2 and these 3-1 sets. So let's jump into this Illinois playbook and get you guys moving on this offense. Normal Y off close. First play we're going to come out in is Y sail. And this is going to do a good job beating man or zone. You're just going to put Y here on a drag. And our first read is always going to be Y on the drag underneath. You have RB on the flat route. Once we see they start playing underneath coverage, we have this A route on the corner. At that point, I do like to actually put him on a re-corner route. He just runs sharper to the sideline. And then you're going to have this backside X route as well. So again, make our reads here. They actually ended up running man the very first play. And this is where this backside in is going to come into play. Run this again here. And now they're running zone blitz. Again, you have your drag here. We had our flats to the running back. Run this again, see what they're going to see. They bring another blitz here. So we've shown you the flats. We've shown you the backside dig. This corner route here now again, depending if they're in a cover 2 or if they're in a man, this outside tight end on this corner. You want speed there. If you had a good route running speed tight end, he can really get into nice gaps. It's going to cause a lot of stress here on the defense. Next play we're going to come out here is mesh spot. Great goal line play. Is great against people that like to run match coverage. And the one thing I like to do is I like to put B here on a deep crosser, or you can put them on a stem down post. And this is going to beat man and zone here. Y and A are going to do a good job against man and match coverage. And you're just going to take a look, see what they take away between the two drags here. And you see 17 gets open because of the mesh concept. Run this to the rest of the routes. You see here they played a match coverage. And against certain zones, this running back, again, just like that, will be open. But just showing again here at the running back is there's little spots like this where you can throw to him quickly out of the backfield. The first time they ran match coverage against it. So that's going to work a lot better here. We showed you where Y comes. Now you have A, you have this other drag. Again, the faster tight ends you have against here, it's going to allow this mesh concept on these drags to get a lot of open space. And the last route here, again, is just certain spots of the zone. And you can throw this nice and quick here on this cross route. So mesh spot, great play, easy play to run, and it's going to create the user havoc having to guard the pick routes on the drags underneath. You have your running back, and then you have the deep crosser over the middle. Next play, RPO alert out. Always good to have a good RPO play in your formation that you're running here in your scheme. And so it's very simple. If I see it looks like one-on-one coverage outside to the right, I'm going to look at B here. I see the corner is backed off more than 5 yards. We're going to throw this. But if they don't play here on the left, you have your bubble screen as well. Take your free yards here. And just for the sake of this next play, let's say everything is bottled up here. You're just going to take your run lanes here and get whatever yards you can get. So RPO alert out. Great play to mix. Last play I want us to just take a look at here is similar into that of Y sail in my opinion, but difference is you're going to have X here on this comeback on the left, and then you have a different guy running a flat route with your tight end. So your running back's got this corner. Again, we're just going to make our reads here, see what they're going to do. Immediately we have this in here. They played a man coverage. Anytime you play against man, the comeback is going to be wide open as well here. But again, we just take our free reads here. We had the flats to the running back. Take whatever the user is going to give you. All right, so here it looks like they're going to be some kind of maybe cover 4, cover 6 here. No, man. Throw this a little bit earlier, worried about the pressure, but you see that comeback route is just going to win with the timing here. Then you have your flat and your corner route from the running back here on the right. And again, with a good pass lead here And depending on who that linebacker is, it's going to be really tough for them to guard the running back out of a cover zero type blitz. And then again, they leave the flats open. Cool. We just take it to the tight end here, get your 5 or 6 yards. And then B on certain occasions, it can get open, but it's really just to stretch the defense out to clear the corner and that flood concept to the right, and then to get the user worried about that middle route on the left. So that's going to be the normal Y off close here out of Illinois. Let's jump into the next formation. Next set of formation we're going to jump into here is the bunch wide and the bunch halfback strong. The main difference you're going to notice here is the halfback out of bunch wide is going to be on the weak side of the formation, and then halfback strong in the title, halfback will be on the strong side of the trips. Also in bunch halfback strong, the bunch here is lined up tighter to the line of scrimmage with the next to the offensive line versus the bunch wide will be more spread. My only issue with the bunch wide is that there's only one run play out of it for the inside zone. Aside from that, you got 12 pass plays. And the main one we're going to start with here, dig return, is one of the easiest ones to do here. Is you're going to look here at A and B from the flat zig combo. So we're going to read in here the flats A, B here on the zig, and then we'll come back to RB here. See, immediately here we can throw this, and knockout animation is fine here. Would have got about 3 yards, but it's not a dangerous play. But here is the zig route, and the zig route, again as we drop it, is sitting into this nice little spot here. We run this a couple times. They're going to run man here against this. Does a good job of beating man. If you have the cutter ability on this receiver, this will actually work really good against man. But you're going to watch here in zone. It gets open right there. You can also hit it a little bit later, what I try to do on the drop here. And we'll see if we get another look at it. Of course not. We'll get man. But see, that's a superstar corner we're beating here with kind of like a bigger, slower receiver. So, all right. You also have RB here on this in route. And if I want to get the left receivers involved and the running back here, what I would do is maybe do something like this. Put a comeback. And then maybe put Y here on a streak here. And I'm just going to watch. If it's one-on-one coverage, come back at the top of the route. You also have RB on this backside in. They're going to be in zone and don't take a step outside right away. I'll have this running back here on a streak here. As you see, the backside in gets wide open. Run this a few more times here. Looks like this might be cover 1 or cover 3. Take a look. There's the man coverage, top of the route. Comeback route. It's going to win all day here. And let's see if we can get one look here at this running back here. And you see here, they kind of blitz out of that area. It can be a nice little quick throw to get you some good yards. So that is going to be a key thing here out of this bunch wide, that you can do that combo on the left out of any particular play. Next play I like running here is Z-Spot. Z-Spot is a very good combo here. You got this flood to the right. You have this post here on the left, and then you also have this running back kind of on a option route. So, again, if you want to do that combo we talked about, comeback and a streak for the running back, you can absolutely do that. Here, again, we made the wrong read here, hitting the flats. I just saw the guy didn't crash down right away. But, again, if you want to roll out here, you can watch here. He's going to sit on this corner. Here is the corner out here. It's going to work on the flood concept. And the reason why that outside corner can't play it is because the streak is going to stretch it further down the field. Here is the option route. Not sure why our quarterback just threw it behind us. But you see, against man zone, he's going to make the right read every time. Doesn't mean a player can't make a play on it. But if it's in particular zones, he's going to sit. If it's man, he's going to run either that post or the out route. And then, of course, you have X here that can get into this little spot right here. A little bit dangerous because there's nothing to occupy that deep safety in the middle. But again, a pretty simple play that is very effective here. And if you want to maybe make the A a little bit better, what you could do is you could put A here on a zig. So that way the flat route can't crash down on him right away. And it's a little bit more of a safer throw. So again, Z spot here out of the bunch wide. Next, we're going to look at Y trail. Y trail, very easy play. Again, if you want to put the same concept here, come back, streak on the left, You're going to have this drag and this trail route coming along from B and A here. And again, always take your underneath route until they show that they can take it away. And then here, especially against zone here, A is always just going to get in this nice little soft spot. It's really going to put the user in a bind about who they're going to take away. And again, once you have those two routes, RB will find some spots in zones you can quick snap it to. If not, we're going to look here at Y, X. Again, just read this comeback at the top. And here, if we can just show you a look here with Y. If not, we'll just make our read. Guy kind of covers the running back there, so we'll just hit this trail route again for an easy gain here. Last play out of here, I'm going to look at drive Y corner. Drive Y corner is very simple. We're going to watch the B route here. Again, I like putting X on the comeback, but B here is going to be kind of like on a delayed drag here. Almost like he lets those other routes clear up the field for him, and he's open for a quick throw. And then you also have the running back here for a quick throw. So it almost becomes like a mesh concept with the running back and the outside of the bunch. So when we're not having these two drags, you're going to have this in route that is going to beat man coverage. You're also going to have your comeback here. When the drags aren't there, you're going to have this little in there. I threw it very quick just before that middle linebacker can make a play on it. Here they're going to bring a blitz. And this is what's great is that running back has the opportunity to make an extremely huge play. So it's really be up to the user to take that away. Again, we see any kind of cover 0 look, cover 1 with man. We are just going to wait and hit this comeback here for an easy gain. Now we're going to jump into bunch halfback strong. And so you're going to see some similar plays in here. Wide trails in here. We got flanker drive. Again, a dig return play. You have drive. You have very similar concepts in this bunch halfback strong as the wide. One of the plays I really like out of this bunch halfback strong is the RPO peak Y flat. So in this RPO peak here, again, you're just reading. There's no read key, but we're looking at the pitch key. That would be the one to play the Y. And you see, throw it outside. And again, a nice little easy 5 yards. Depending on what defense they're in, the blocks can be better. As you see there, we still got about 5 yards. But here, we'll take one more look here. Just kind of look. You see everybody kind of run commits here. We'll let that blocker develop. And this time we're going to get about 9 to 10 yards. So very good play. This is not in a lot of playbooks. So that's what makes this particular RPO extremely good. Now we're going to go take a look. We'll just show you Y trail again real quick. The method behind this is the exact same as out of the bunch wide here. You have your comeback here against man that's going to win. You saw we had the drag from B. A will get open against zone. It'll get open against man too if you have a good route running tight end. As you see here, I don't know how good the middle linebacker covering here or the speed of the tight end, but very good play that can beat man, get zone. Maybe the only thing I maybe put is Y on this flat route. So now I have this corner from RB and Y to kind of piggyback off each other here. And again, make everybody respect the flats and the underneath. Z spot, also we talked about this in the last formation here. Now I do really like flanker drive here. Dig return is good. And drive. Flanker drive and drive are going to be the two plays that we just kind of focus on here real quick. And again, what I like doing is I like putting A here on a crosser. And I mean, you could put X here on a speed out route. So you have this high-low to the left coming across the middle to the right side of the field. Then you have the speed out to the left. So they're going to have to respect everything from this formation here. So now we're showing the speed out. Now we got this crosser coming across here. Kind of got a little bump there with the drag route. But you see, even with that, a not very fast tight end and not the best route running receivers here, is these guys are creating plenty of separation here. So it's all about scheme and keeping the defense guessing here. So that is going to be our drive play. And then here we're going to look at flanker drive, right? So flanker drive, you're going to see B on that delayed drag route is going to be the exact same here. He waits. Here I'm going to hit this running back on the check and release as everything kind of got clogged up there in the middle here. So again, run this a couple times. There's B, boom, that little delays and open up that spot for him to get easier yards. Final two looks at this play here is RB is going to be our man beating route, and then you're going to have A here that can be a nice little pocket against certain zones, against match. That was a cover 2 there. We're able to hit him as soon as he kind of goes up the field, pass lead inside. And then, of course, like I said, here is this man beating route from this in route. We have the tight end open there as well. Again, a lot of stuff from this particular play that is really good. It makes this bunch halfback strong, one of the best formations. I want us to go into this trips Y slot week, and I really want to talk about having a good screen pass in your playbook to go to trips Y slot week. This dash halfback flat screen. Again, the whole thing with any screen is how good the blocking is. But you're going to watch him take a sprint across the formation here. And then our receiver absolutely got destroyed out there on the block. But this is going to be a play that can be huge gains here. This time we get 3 deep. We only get 5 yards. But take another one look at this here, especially on blitzes. Again, this has the ability to be a huge play. We're going to look here at vert double under. The reason why I like this so much, these 4 receiving options here on the right. You have your comeback to the right, so if there's no help underneath, B is going to be there at the top of the route. Then we have A going to stretch out any kind of hook zone or vert hook up the field, going to allow Y and RB to come open behind it. So again, just kind of making your reads here. This is what I was talking about. They took away the drag. You have RB behind it. Take another look here. Again, Y was open. Again, we hit RB. And then we'll start looking here at how they're going to play A, X, and RB here. It looks like it's going to be man, top of the route. Again, superstar corner. If you want to put X on a comeback on the other side, you absolutely can do that as well. Here, again, they try to play any kind of cover 3 type stuff. You can pass lead this up into the seam here, which is always a nice little option. And then, of course, Y is just going to get across the field so quick. So a bunch of easy options here from this vert under play. Now we're going to look at out double under. Again, A is going to be on this out route about 16 yards up the field, but you're going to see Y and RB are still going to be there for your underneath routes. But this deep out route is just money here. We love it. But again, if they're going to run man blitz here, you're going to have this drag. You're going to have the short little crosser from RB here. And again, just nice little spots here in the zone because of the 4 receiving options lined up to the right. We're going to leave B on his streak route because that's going to clear out that outside corner for A. And then, of course, you want to put X here on a comeback just to give him that outside winning route. And it is just going to be money. So, again, you see how this empty quads can really put a lot of stress on the defense and a lot of resources on the right side of the field to stop. Here in empty base here, shock, shake, crossers. I think this is a great play. The only thing I like doing here is I'm going to actually streak A. And then I am going to drag B here just to give me a high-low underneath here. B's going to come across late. The user should be running with Y or X here over the middle of the field. And this is why I like X here, this outside crosser. No user is going to be able to switch stick that or play it because they're just not going to see that route. They're going to be worried about Y and or A. Or, again, this B just gets across the field so quick. It is a nice, almost like screen type play is what I want to refer to it as. Because that's what it feels like it's getting with RB and A stretching up the field. By the time you hit B, Y will be a lead blocker for it here. Or if they're in a match coverage, he's just going to have the ability to just run naked across the field to the left. Instances like this here, A on the streak here, is exactly where you're going to be able to exploit it down the seams here. Nice little pass lead here. That is going to wrap up our Illinois Playbook breakdown. I hope you guys enjoyed this. I hope this helps your offense go to another level in this Illinois Playbook. And as always, if you guys enjoy the content, do me a favor. Follow the channel if you're not already doing it so you guys don't miss an upload. Leave me a like. Drop a comment on a play, formation, scheme out of this playbook that you guys want to see next or that I missed so that way I can make sure I cover it in future videos. And do me a favor, also this helps the channel grow tremendously. Go check out my Patreon. I have exclusive stuff on there. I have ebooks dropping. Yeah, a bunch of stuff on there. Go check that out. YouTube membership. Again, you guys want to become a member, support. I appreciate you guys. You guys are the reason the content continues to push and we become the fastest growing community. I'll see you guys on the next video.